Welcome back to Ramsie's kitchen. Today we're just going to be whipping up a bit of a minestrone soup. As you know, the whole goal with this nutrition education session that we're running is to just find a few more ways of using legumes. And I thought with winter on the way, what better dish to whip up than a minestrone soup. So we've got a few fridge staples. We've got some carrot here, a few sticks of celery, pumpkin, simply because it was in the fridge and I thought it would be delicious. A couple of onions, because they're small, you can just use one large, a couple of garlic cloves, and whatever herbs you've got on hand. I've got some fresh rosemary and oregano, but if you've only got dried stuff in the pantry, use that, no big deal. And some spinach that needs using up. I thought I'll toss that in at the end. In terms of our pantry items, I've got some borlotti beans here, just the canned variety, no big deal at all. You can of course soak the dried ones overnight and boil them up, but why not? Cheap and easy. I've got 1 tin of diced tomatoes. Use crushed by all means. Some tomato paste, and I found these small spelt pastas. You could use any kind of small macaroni. Obviously your high fiber pulses or whole grain varieties are going to be a bit more nutritious, but whatever you've got on hand. So that's it. We're just going to chop up our ingredients and then get cooking. Let's see how we go.
Seeing eyes of mine, what do you feel beside? I don't know where we're gonna fly like you did sometimes. Seeing eyes of mine. Love, 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 I wanna be strong, strong. We're doing wrong, 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 but I'll try to fix it. Love, 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 I wanna be strong, strong. We're doing wrong, 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 but I'll change it, change it.
Alright, so I've got my veggies finely diced. I have my garlic crushed, my herbs finely chopped, and basically ready to get cracking. So what I'm going to do, which is really important, is I've got the canned beans here. I'm just going to drain them and rinse them properly because they do have salt, and you're going to get rid of at least 40% of that salt simply by rinsing them. So that's the difference with the dried variety. You do need to, with the canned compared to the dried, is you do need to get rid of some of that salt. So I've got my colander here. And we're just going to simply move them around a bit. You'll feel the water starts to run clear and that jelly, viscous kind of liquid goes down the drain. So just rinse them there. Now, I'm using borlotti today, but equally well in a minestrone, you could use a haricot bean, you could use a cannellini bean, any kind of those Italian style ones are perfect. And you could up it, you could use 2 cans, make a bigger batch, no problem. So I'm gonna just set that there. Yeah, so basically I'm gonna get the pan going, a bit of heat, gonna add a bit of olive.
you did sometimes. Seeing eyes of mine. Love, 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 I wanna be strong, strong. We're doing wrong, 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 but I'll try to fix it. Love, 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 I wanna be strong, strong. We're doing wrong, 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 but I'll change it, change it. There are no trees inside of me. In this desert I can